Hello, everyone. I'm Melissa Pylypchuk, and I've been an ICF credentialed coach over the last decade. I've transitioned from an ACC credential to a PCC about 5 years ago. And now my primary work is delivering coach training programs and working as a mentor coach. My goal is to help coaches towards their ICF professional credentialing and to help make the process valuable learning to enhance your coaching practice, not just study for the exam, and to help simplify it for you. So in this video series, I'll share what to expect for the content and structure of the exam, and also discuss how to apply the core competencies, as well as review some sample questions and what to look for. Today, I'll start by walking through the new ICF Credentialing Exam to help you start to think about how to prepare to be successful. So this exam replaced the former ICF Knowledge Assessment, and what coaches will now see is more rigor to the process. So, who needs to take the exam? It's any coach who's applying for a first or new credential. And this exam is based on the updated ICF core competencies that came into effect in the summer of 2022. And what candidates will now experience is an increase in the screening procedures. So if you're taking the exam, it's making sure that you're upholding high standards to a fair exam process is where the rigor comes from. In my preparation course that I offer, we will dive deeper into understanding the breakdown of the domains of the 8 core competencies, and in particular, what behaviors show demonstration that are coaching consistent that the coach will need to know for the exam. But otherwise, these should be fairly familiar from your coach training program that you had taken. So in the 3 hours when you take the exam, the coach is going to have 2 sections with a 5-minute break in between. In the first 87 minutes, the coach will complete 41 behavioral judgment scenarios, each with 2 parts to the question to determine the best and the worst approach by the coach. So in the second section, there's 85 minutes, and the coach will complete 40 scenarios, also determining best and worst. So this works out to be roughly 2 minutes per scenario of those 2 questions, best and worst, which doesn't leave a lot of time to sit with particular questions that could be difficult or challenging to think through. So the candidate taking the exam will need to move fairly quickly. The coach will have the opportunity to flag certain items so that the candidate could revisit those items again before exiting the exam. However, caution in mind that there's a lot of time management with this exam. So you almost need to decide and move on with this one. So with each of those scenarios, there's going to be 4 multiple choice options to which the coach is going to need to select the best and the worst. There's going to be more than one reasonable response. So the coach will be working to discern along a spectrum of where this multiple choice 4 options, where they fall. When reasoning through your decision for best and worst, the coach might consider some of these lenses to think through. So is the coach using inquiry? Are they asking or are they telling? Is the coach using autonomy? So are they allowing choice, or are they being more directive or leading with the client? Is the coach being honest and open, or are they not disclosing something with the client? And overall, is the coach acting consistent with what is best for the client, or is the coach acting on their own agenda or their own goals? So in my next video of the series, we'll look deeper at some sample exam questions and break down what this looks like in multiple choice situational judgment style questions.